been very fortunate recently and been able to test out a couple of Fuji lenses. And as if you couldn't guess, today's video is about the 30mm f2.8. A future video will be the 8-16mm f2.8, but for now we'll get back to this one. I'm not a macro photographer, but when I first received the lens, that's the first thing I wanted to try with it. It was quite cold outside, there was flowers in the house, so I shot some flowers with it. I also tried other things, but for me, the kind of more successful images, which you'll see later, are the flower images. I really enjoy review videos from the point of view it allows you to look at different photographers and how they use their lenses, rightly or wrongly, but it allows you to see and make a good judgment call for yourself if you're thinking of purchasing the lens. Now, I'll put a link to the Fuji site down below with this anyway, so that you can go and look up the lens yourself. But I hope you like the images that I've taken with the 30mm lens, and I'll let you hear my opinion on it. Now, it's not going to be a technical video, it never is with me, but at least it'll let you see how the lens performs. So let's dive right in. It's a compact and lightweight lens, only weighing in at 195 gram, and it provides a 1:1 magnification level with a full frame equivalent of 46mm. Filter size is 43mm. The lens itself doesn't contain any stabilisation, which, considering the size and weight, I wouldn't expect it to, as if your camera has IBIS, that will take care of it. Due to the step design of the lens, you won't make any mistakes when solely working with the viewfinder, because there is a good distance between the body of the camera and the aperture ring and the focusing ring. At 30mm with a 1:1 magnification, the macro in this lens, for me, I really enjoyed this. I'm not a macro photographer by any means at all, but I really enjoyed exploring the possibilities with this lens. You can see in the images that are captured, it's got a very shallow depth of field, and one of the things you have to remember when you are using this lens is to take off the lens hood, because it is a close focusing distance of 10 centimetres, and with the lens hood on, that's a little bit farther away than that. Could you shoot insects with it? Well, I guess you could, but I don't think the insect would be too happy with a lens sitting less than a centimetre away from them. But for what I used it for, it worked absolutely brilliantly, and it allowed me to explore the creative side of macro photography. It's also great for plants and products that are close by, and you can see here, as I mentioned, the narrow depth of field. This image here is 100% magnification, you can see the detail there. The same with this picture of the watch, 66% magnification with this. At 30mm, 45 full frame equivalent, this is probably not the first lens that you would think about using for portraits, but the images are sharp and detailed, as you can see here just in the model's eyes. It was very kind of both Chrissy and Shannon to allow me to take their photographs for the purposes of this video, and in this next image you can actually see how detailed it is. As that's me, you can actually see in the pupils of the model. As a carry-around lens, the lens is great. You just throw it on the camera, there's no weight in it, and you can get the shots that you are after. And that's what I liked about it, from the point of view that I knew my limitations. I had to move in and out from my subjects just to get the composition that I was after. But it also allowed me to do, I've got a video coming up in the future about multiple exposure in the Fuji and ICM, and I grabbed a few shots for that as well using this lens, just so that I could look at the differences for that, because I'm shooting that with a few different lenses. But the great thing about the lens is you get a nice composition, a lovely field of view, and the fact that if I wanted a close shot, like near enough, a macro shot, I could just move in and get that shot as well. So it was really enjoyable. So let's have a look at some more examples in Capture One and how I performed with the lens, not how the lens performed with me. For my time with the lens, most of the time, apart from trying out new things, what I would do is I would just walk around with the lens because it's a great lens to carry around with you. With a focal distance of 45mm, it allows you to do many different shots. It's lightweight, great for being outside. So I just thought I'd go through just a few of the images here just to see, and we're in capture 1 for Fujifilm for this. And if you can look down here, you see that this is the cropped image from here. So if I zoom into 100% there, you can see the detail that it's captured. Yes, it's not going to be perfect considering the distance they were away from me, but if we look at this image here, which I'll zoom back out just to fit there, this is just along the beach from where we stay, and if I zoom that into 100%, there we go. You can see that it's picked up everything along here, and it's picked it up really well. They've had minimal adjustments for these, but the lens performs brilliantly. You can see just everybody walking along here. Here at f2.8, you can see that, the castle in the background, and then the marker here. If I zoom into the marker, look at the detail at 100% there. That's just, it's brilliant. It's a fantastic lens just to carry around. Go back here, this one here, 100%. That castle from this point, I checked it in Google Maps, is 1.4 kilometres away, 1.42 or something like that kilometres away. It's nearly 1.5 kilometres, and zooming into 100% there, you can see the detail. There's people on the beach there, somebody walking there with a dog, cars over at the car park. Everything's there. It's a fantastic lens just to carry around. This as well, just a low shot, just the camera held down and just looking through the back LCD screen and taking a shot. Again, this is at f7.1 ISO 500. The camera for all of these shots here was set to aperture priority, because that's normally what I do when I'm just carrying it around. Any lens, any camera that I'm carrying around, it's just normally set to aperture priority unless there's something specific that I need to shoot. So you can see how it is here at f7.1. If I zoom in, you can see it clearing up there. Everything in this, it's just lovely. As we get down here, it should drop focus slightly, yes, because they were closer to the actual lens itself. So you can see how the lens performs just as a normal carry around lens. This here is like a potpourri that sits in our living room, and again shot f8, and you can see at that very, very close distance for this, I'm going to say 15-20 centimeters away from it. So it's not, the lens can get a lot closer, but if we're getting here to 100%, you can see the detail that it captures within this. So even as a carry around lens, it's a fantastic lens to shoot with. You can see that the focusing point drops off really, really well at that distance at f8, 30th of a second, ISO 1600. Hopefully you get something from that, and hopefully it lets you see how, in my case anyway, how the 30mm f2.8 performed for me. Now, I really enjoyed my time with the lens, and it's opened up a couple of new avenues that I want to go and explore with my photography. Thanks again for watching, take care, and I'll see you in the next video.